We the people unite.
Good evening and welcome to the Double A's Tonight with an M. So we are definitely going to bring you a new flavor for tonight, and it is about why Americans are being silenced. So when cultures are silent, we are not going back. Right, ladies?
Right.
on.
We're not going back.
Hey,
Nope.
Katie. We have Katie out
Hi,
there.
Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Good to have you. So, tonight, the first thing we want to start off before we talk about cultures and its silence, we would like to bring to you Reverend Jesse Jackson. Go ahead, my double A.
Yes, this is our beloved Reverend Jesse Jackson. And I was able to go to Push when Operation Push when I was a young girl. And we're going to really miss him and want to give our condolences to the family. We're really going to miss him. I learned a lot from him. He lived a good life. He represented Martin Luther King well after his departure. And I know his family will miss him. Love you, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes.
And with the Rainbow Coalition, he did not leave anyone out. He made
No.
sure he brought everyone along, and we need to keep that in mind and make sure we're bringing everyone along. I have a couple of my other reporters out here, not only Katie, but we do have Angry Army Vet and also Jazzy. Welcome, ladies.
Hi,
And we
Jazzy. Hi, ladies. How is Angry Army out there also?
Yes, she is.
That's
Mhm.
what I said. Yes, she is out there. Andrea, August, and Momo is in tonight. So it's double A and RM. And Miss M is definitely going to bring you a treat tonight. So stay tuned. But as you can see on the screen, let's talk about Reverend Jackson and what he brought to the table real quickly. Not only the Rainbow Coalition, but his name was Jesse Lewis Jackson. And he was an American civil rights activist, politician, and ordained Baptist minister. Definitely a prodigy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and James Bevel during the Civil Rights Movement. Also, he was born on October 8, 1941, and he died today, February 17th, 2026. His candle went out and he has transitioned. May Godspeed be with him. We truly want to let you know that his party was Democratic Party and he stood on principle with that party. His spouse, Jacqueline, we send our love to you. And he was educated in Chicago Theology Seminary. And it was from 1964 through 1966. Just to give you a quick background on Reverend Jackson. Ladies, anything else you want to add? Go ahead.
Just admire him for everything that he did. And he raised up his children in principle, and all of them, as far as I know, are very successful and will burn his candle, will burn his light. Even after he is gone, they will take up the mantle.
Yes, and I hope he was definitely received a big tribute. I hope so, because you know how the media tends to not think about any of us. As Andrea and
Mhm.
Artie and Katie said, rest in peace, my love. Rest in peace. We truly
There
will
were a
miss
lot of good leaders in my time, and I'm waiting for people to pick up the fire or the what you call it,
the mantle.
the
Pick up
mantle, and continue to move forward because this country needs a change. We can't keep going the way we're going. It was so good when everybody was trying to come together as a country, and then all of a sudden uh he happened, and it feels like we're going back, but we're not going back.
No, we're not going back. You see what my tag says or not.
Like
We're not going
Monique say, get up and stand up.
exactly. And like Momo, go ahead and say it. How many feet we're gonna be? 10 toes what?
10 toes down.
There
Mm-hmm.
you go.
Mm,
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna transition from Mr. Jackson. We definitely we wanted to give our own personal tribute to him. But nevertheless, we're talking about when the culture is silent. And I want to start off with this one for you. And self censorship and the spiral of silence. Why Americans are less likely to publicly voice their opinions on, on political issues. You know, that's really a shame. We always stood on our beliefs and we respected others' beliefs, but it has gone left. And for decades, American trust in one another has been on the decline. It's like, but it has gone left. We have had a number of our political friends no longer respect one another. And from MAGA to the grassroots, it has to stop. But let's just talk about what they're saying. A major factor in that downshift has been the concurrent rise in the polarization between the two major political parties. Keisha always said we need to add more parties and let everybody have their own way through it. Supporters of the Republican and Democrats are far more likely than in the past to view the opposite side with distrust. Why is that? Let's ask the ladies. Ladies, why do you think that?
Why the distrust? You said I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Well, everything we hear out of Washington is a lie. That might be one big thing. And just before we came on, I was seeing how the U.S. Olympians are being asked by the country, not just the country, the whole world that's going to participate in the Olympics, uh, to apologize or explain why Trump sent out such a racist post on the Obamas. So I mean, everything since he's been in office has been hurtful. You know, and he seems to not know how to bring the country together. He seems, we need a leader that's able to console the country as well as be a strong leader and defend us against our enemies. But he seems like he can't do anything but be an enemy to everyone.
Yeah, this article is also pointing out that political polarization is a start that many Americans are now unlikely to have friendly social interactions, live nearby, or congregate with people from opposing camps, according to one recent study.
yeah.
Momo?
I think what I was going to say something very similar to what Jazzy said. If you could put her comment up, I think a lot of it had to do with the advance of technology, social media. We no longer see people. We no longer have to interact personally with people. It's really, really hard to demonize and make an enemy out of someone that you're having a social discourse with. Even if you might not agree with them, you can see them in front of you and their humanity shines through even if their viewpoints are opposed to yours, and we've lost that. We don't have human discourse anymore. Everyone is typing in on their screens and no one is human to you. It's very, very easy to demonize and hate and make an enemy out of someone that you can't lay your eyes on. And i
Wow.
believe i believe that that has a lot to do with it. There's no more human interaction anymore.
I must agree because it's so easy for them to type nastiness because they don't have to face them. So
Yeah.
because they don't have to face, they facing the screen, they could put in whatever and anything that they feel and not have to link it to a personal. Would you tell that to your mother? Would you tell it to your sister? Would you tell it to your neighbor? So
Yeah.
because they have the disconnect of a human, This is why it gets ugly. But let's talk about what Katie is saying, because the Republicans are literally supporting a rapist, and they think the Democrats are the ones who are insane because their leader says so.
Yeah.
Uh, I hear you, but we know that there are some Democrats that are rapists as well.
It's also a decay of critical thinking. People
Yes.
people do not think for themselves. They are fed what they want to hear, or they're fed what justifies their own feelings, and they can no longer think for themselves. That's a big part of it.
Well, one thing I noticed is young people are not dating. They're not leaving the house and going out and interacting with people their own age group. Because when I was growing up, you could go skating, or you could have an ice cream social, or you could go to church and fellowship with one another. There's a lot of different things you could do. Go to the movies. Now the movies don't even have any good movies, but they're not socializing with one another. And I think that socialization skill, I mean, it's really hurting our country. It's hurting our country, and they want to know why we're not having no more children. Is because no, they're not doing nothing.
Video games. They're busy with video. They're busy with TV. They're busy with online. Their social skills are of such. So,
Mhm.
but Jazzy put something out there. No, you and Momo are hitting some great points. But Jazzy put something out there that I just want to bring to light. Momo, you want to take this one?
People don't even know their neighbors. We've become conditioned to learning about groups of people via what we see online instead of in person. That leads to misinformation about groups. Yes. And so when you see someone of a certain demographic that you have been told to fear, you don't even want to associate with that person. And so that's why people don't make eye contact anymore. They don't say hello, how are you when you're in the store anymore. You don't kick up a conversation with a perfect stranger when you're in the grocery line anymore. People are just staying insulated in their own little bubbles because they're afraid. I think a lot of it has to do with fear. They don't know. What's unknown to them is fearful.
And,
I
and
don't,
for Katie,
yeah.
Katie said that in her generation's defense, they didn't date. She couldn't date when she could, and she hated it. But I'm speaking to the people of 35 and below. That nobody, you stopped dating long before the pandemic.
That's true. It's almost like when, as far as that is concerned, that kind of socialization, I guess they just don't have the same sort of things that we had coming up. Like, I went to an all girls private high school, but we would have dances every other Friday night where, anybody could buy a ticket, but there was a brother school that we would throw the dances with, and you still were able to socialize. There were clubs and things like that in school, and I'm sure they still have those sorts of things, but there's just so much of our lives are lived online now that we just, there's the human interaction is key to understanding other people and seeing humanity in other people. You have to be around other people in order to experience that.
But also, Momo, I know that a lot of the young people indicate that they don't like going out to these school dances or anything like that because it's always a shooting. Something always, they
Yeah.
fear for their lives. It's like someone's always getting stabbed or someone's getting gunned down or you step on their feet. It's a problem. It's just
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
something. And
It's
like,
it's it's different. It's much different nowadays, you know.
absolutely. And that's why they feel much safer just being online. And I want to just really comment on what Angry Army Vet is talking about. And trying to meet someone online is playing Russian roulette. Absolutely, it is.
Yes.
Most are
Yes.
creeps and can portray to be whomever online. It's scary. Yes, we have to. I'm loving your comments. Please keep them coming. Hit the like and subscribe. We really need our numbers up. So let's go over to the next comment. It's back from Katie. Andrea, you want to take this one?
It made me laugh. Katie said, also, people in my generation don't really like to date. It's quickies with strangers and then they're done. I'm the odd one out who likes a regular, real relationship. And I hope when you're having those quickies, you're using protection because we have more STDs today than we've ever had in history. So, I mean, we used to go to concerts. My first concert I think was Michael Jackson, and then we used to go to plays. People don't go to plays anymore. We need to find out how to get people out again and not fearful of being shot. I think we never had a school shooting when I was growing up. I'm like, a school shooting? Who's gonna take a gun to school and shoot the teacher? I think some parents need to spend some more time with their children too, and teaching them that killing somebody or hurting someone or maiming them for permanent, for the rest of their life, living with that. They need to talk to a therapist. You need to, your child crazy. I knew one of mine was.
I hear you, Andrea. I hear you. But also, we have to make sure that we are, that's why I brought this article up, because the polarization undermines democracy by making the essential process of democratic deliberation, discussion, negotiation, compromise, and bargaining over public policies. It's difficult. It really is. And if not impossible, because polarization extends so broadly and deeply. Some people have become unwilling to express their views until they've confirmed they're speaking with someone who's like minded.
Mhm.
Not all of us are like minded on this channel, and that's why I respect them. We respect each and everyone's space. We try to give each one a platform to speak, and I'm happy that we have the people that we have on our channel speaking with us, like Angry Army Vet, like Jazzy, and when Katie get a chance to come on. You guys really make the day. And if you're out there just listening in, please leave a comment so we can know. Loop, we miss you. James, and also, who's the other one? Oh, we also have, what's the one from Don Lemon's show? There's so many
Warren.
guys. Warren, we miss you. So let's get back to some of the comments that are being said. What's Jazzy? What's up, Jazz?
She said, Katie, me too. I am not meeting up for no hookup, sir. I don't know you, buddy. With the claps in between. I love it.
Ooh, Lord. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. Angry Army Vet. Comment as women are saying now, I'll choose running into a bear over running into a dude. Damn. You rather get clawed than get busted up. I hear you. It's probably about the same.
It's hard out there. I'm glad I'm not out there anymore.
Yes, yes. But I just really wanted to bring that to you guys comment on, what do you think in regards to, are we being silenced as Americans? I feel we are, especially we can't even voice our own opinions on whether they want us to know, okay, so are you American? Well, show your papers. What kind of mess is that? When since that has come to the table?
Yeah, that's apartheid South Africa right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that is. That is.
Hmm.
Any other comments?
No.
Oh, just a minute.
What?
Okay, I finally got in the right chat. Finally, you can see what I was typing.
It's all right. But we're gonna go over to Andrea. Andrea has a special one that she would like us to share with. So Andrea, please. Go ahead. I'm
You
bringing.
know, yesterday was President's Day, and I was trying to reflect on why do we even celebrate President's Day, especially thinking of who's the president today. It says President's Day is a day for history, celebration, and yes, bargain hunting. And I did go shopping today, and I got a good deal. Uh, when President's Day was established, lawmakers likely envisioned a solemn day of remembrance and patriotism to honor those who have held our nation's highest office. But today, we are more likely to mark the holiday shopping, super sales, and then giving too much to thought of the founding fathers. So, how did we get here? President's Day is a federal holiday celebrated the third Monday of every February, established in 1885 as a nationwide federal holiday in recognition of George Washington's February 22nd birthday. The holiday shifted to its current spot on the calendar in 1971 as a part of a law to create more 3-day weekends for the nation's workers. In addition, the change was seen by retailers as a surefire way to bolster sales. President's Day bargains were soon advertised at stores across the country. The move away from, excuse me, Washington's birthday led many to believe the new date was to honor our first president and Abraham Lincoln, whose birthday on February 12th. The official name of the holiday remains Washington's birthday. According to the federal government, although the term President's Day is now widely adopted as the name of the holiday and the day we celebrate all U.S. presidents. Despite the changes over the years, the essence of the holiday remains the same: to honor and remember those leaders who have shaped the history and future of America. Celebrating President's Day today, President's Day is celebrated across the country with various activities. Schools often hold educational events and activities for students to learn, and she went fast on that one, to learn about the history of American presidents and their contributions. Some communities host reenactments and other productions, organize parades, and hold other patriotic celebration and remembrances. As a federal holiday, banks and government offices are typically closed in observance of President's Day. The post office does not deliver mail, and the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ are closed for trading. Non-essential governmental employees and some private sector workers have the day off. Get the most from President's Day sales. Of course, President's Day is also known for its deals. Retailers often offer significant discounts on a wide range of products, making it prime opportunity to save on a big ticket item, including large appliances, mattresses, electronics, and furniture. How do you find these best deals? Start by researching online. Many retailers begin advertising their sales events weeks in advance, giving you plenty of time to compare prices and plan your purchases. Consider shopping at multiple stores and take advantage of different sales. Sign up for, see, this don't even sound like President's Day, does it?
No.
Signing up for emails from your favorite retailer is a good way to stay informed about upcoming sales, and you may receive exclusive discounts. Some stores offer exclusive discounts and additional savings for loyalty program members, see what I mean, and subscribers. But just because something is on sale doesn't mean it's a good deal. Compare prices and read reviews to help ensure that you're truly getting the best value for your money.
Well, when was
I
the
almost
last
forgot I
time?
was reading. I almost
When,
forgot I was reading about President's Day.
exactly. When was the last time we had a parade or anything of that nature? Riddle me that, people. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
We
That's
have just a
true.
We the People screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. I don't
Oh, okay. But no, we don't. It's like it's a joke.
It is.
I guess
It
because
is.
Donald Trump is the president, it's just a whole big joke. You might as well go shopping.
Let's
And
go
I
back.
did get a pretty outfit today. I'm really serious.
Let's see what some of the comments are.
Everything is about capitalism. It is.
Yes, it is,
Just
Jasmine.
money. Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Monique.
Yep. That's my hubby, and I agree with him. I think that they should switch President's Day to be Election Day, and give everybody the day off so that they can vote. Doesn't that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
And Ryan Araya, is it Ryan? Ryan, the Constitution is worthless and 1.3 million Americans die for nothing. I know.
Oh,
I
wow.
agree, Ryan.
I disagree. I don't think we die for anything. I have my freedom right now to a certain extent. I mean, I'm free to fly out of here or get booted out of here.
But
Either
again, you made a good comment that we used to have parade. Used to be a big deal, a really patriotic event. I didn't even see any flag. Only flag I've seen is the one that's sitting behind Monique, and it's upside down.
And that's in distress right
and
now.
that
Okay,
one is in distress.
only in
Exactly.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep that
Mm-hmm.
money flowing. You're right. It's
Yeah.
capitalism BS.
They've
So
It
turned so many of our holidays, the meaning of our holidays is all about shopping and sales and money.
someone asked me yesterday, how can we change this? And I told him, I said, would have to be willing to come together and hold hands, no matter if you're red, yellow, black, or white. And it's more of us than there are of them. And we would have to collectively say, we don't want this anymore. We don't like the country we have today. We don't like it. Other countries don't like it.
And
Ryan.
Ryan, I understand your frustration because that
Yeah,
is what it feels like, unfortunately. Um, but we can turn this around. I know that we can. I have confidence in us as a community of American citizens, American people, that we can turn this around and that their deaths will not have to be in vain. It's the same way that I feel about the civil rights that are being taken away from people. There are people that bled and died for the rights that we have right now. And I refuse to believe that they died in vain. And I refuse to believe that they died for nothing. And it's just our turn to fight now.
yeah. We have to get up and stand. How you say it? 10 toes
Get
deep.
up, stand up, 10
That's
toes
it.
down. Yep.
That's it. We
we
have
have
to.
to. I'm sorry. Go ahead, August.
Yeah, we have to because my family died for that flag. We were on that wall. They, my ancestors died for that flag. My ancestors built the White House and that Constitution. They bled for that. And a number of us were have family members that were that strange fruit. And I'd be damned if they were hung for nothing. So I hear you, but we got to keep it positive. We got to fight for this.
Hmm.
And the parades in Germany is doing right now. Really? What's going on? Talk back to us. Give me more insight. Me too. All right. We have so many. I'm pretty sure that Jazzy's family as well had people that's been on that wall dying. I hear you. I love your comments. That's why we're here, so we can bring out your comments and you're able to have a place that you could talk about it. A lot of people have
Because even when you're out shopping, because they tell you about their shopping, even when you're out shopping, you don't see no flags.
no.
No.
I don't see. Have you noticed nobody barbecues anymore?
Well, I won't be barbecuing right now in this weather in
Oh, well,
NY.
I'm sorry. I forgot I'm in Texas. It was
Yeah,
77 today.
yeah, we had 30 something.
Mm.
So no, I will not be. But let's, Ryan, what do you say? When Trump cancels Democrat votes in November, that will be the final nail in the coffin of democracy.
Ryan
Okay.
is correct. That is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not taking nothing from Ryan. Ryan is on point.
Hmm.
We just can't let them do it. That's all.
That's it. We have to stay focused. And the next
We're
time that
gonna have to come from out the basement and the attic. We're gonna have to come out the house, and we're gonna have to take our country back. No, we're not news people. We're not real news people. We're concerned citizens. How
yeah,
this got started was concerned citizens. I was never trained to do this, and you got to work with me.
nah, no problem.
Yes, yes, of course. And I mean, just one of the things, oh, we're not taking it as hostility. There are a
No.
lot of people that feel the way that you do, Ryan. And what we're here for is just to try to make sure that everybody keeps some hope. I know that sometimes it gets very, very hard. I have my hard days where, whoo, you just wonder if we're ever going to come out the other end of that. But I have to have hope in this community and in like-minded people, knowing that there are other people out there willing to fight for what we need. For instance, voting. That he's playing shenanigans with the postmarks, the dates of the postmarks and things like that. I have a permanent mail-in ballot. But you know where I'm going to be on election day? At the polls, casting my vote in person and volunteering to help others cast their vote in person. That is my commitment to this resistance coming up with the elections. And if a bunch of people are like-minded and think that way, they can't stop us. There are way too many of us, more of us than there are of them.
And the angry army vet says sometimes you feel like you're screaming into the void,
Yeah.
and you're just out there all alone, but you're not alone. Again, that's how this was started.
Mhm.
You're not alone. We're out here.
Mhm.
We're all screaming with you.
Yeah.
And
And we don't.
if each one would bring one, and each one can teach one, and all make sure we all go out and vote. We have to go out and vote. And if you can, pay attention to what's going around. If you can volunteer at the polls and stuff. We need volunteers at the polls. Some of the polls, or some places are offering $100 if you would be willing to help. So,
And Ryan, absolutely no comment that you make. It's how you feel, and we have to respect that. And that's what we're all about in this community. Trump's plan is to take the passports of people who vote Democratic and cancel that vote. And ICE might be at the polling locations with guns. Um, that's what I'm afraid of because there's going to be a lot of people that will get hurt. I would just say it like that. A lot of
Mhm.
people will be hurt in regards to that. And that's why we have to go back to our representatives and let them know stop being feckless. Wake the hell up. Kick in.
Yeah.
We put you here for a reason. Hakeem, you better get it together, son,
Oh,
because
honey.
your day is numbered. You and Schumer
Mm.
better get it together here in New York.
The answer to that, Ryan, is yes. I am ready to die to vote.
me too. And the more he brings ice out, the more I'm gonna participate. I'm still sad over Alex and Renee's passing, and then you arrested one of my best friends, Don Lemon. I don't take kindly to you doing this to us. And then you made fun of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, and he was one of our best presidents. I don't know if you saw when Trump went to a game, they booed him, and when Obama went, they were so happy they didn't know what to do with themselves. To see somebody that represents the country and they're not wishing no hurt, harm, or danger to none of us, it is wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ryan.
And I'm gonna still. I do. My soul cried out to this, and Monique said the same thing. Her soul cried out. I couldn't sit at home and think about Rosa Parks sitting down on that bus for no reason, or what's her name, Truman, or not Truman, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about, the Underground Railroad.
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, Tubman, that's what I'm thinking of. And Harriet Tubman taking all them people to the Underground Railroad, and it don't make no sense. I can't sit by and not do anything, and they work so hard for us. So many people died for us.
Yeah.
I think they died in the war. They really died free, getting us free from slavery.
And I don't even have to go that far back. My grandmother in Louisiana cleaned houses, cleaned the school to make sure that her kids got a private education because she knew education was the way out. My mother, who had to sit behind a colored only sign on a bus, who couldn't go into an establishment to buy something, had to buy it through the window. They take your money, but they don't want you in the store, right? So I don't even have to go that far back. There are living people that experience this. And so I look at their strength and I look at their fight, and I'm just ready to take up the mantle. I will not leave a world where my daughter and my granddaughter have less rights than I do.
Or when somebody come, we have a church shooting, and they pick them up and take them to McDonald's.
Yeah. 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 That's a whole nother show,
See,
Andrea.
so yeah, failure is not an option. We can't go back. Why nobody wanted to get up and go vote for Kamala? I'm still grieving over too, so I'm trying. Y'all pray for me.
It was complacency, Andrea. They never in a million years thought that this could happen in the United States, even though people were screaming at the top of their lungs that this was coming. They didn't believe it.
Didn't believe it. She was offering them, uh, you know, say your parents getting older, that you could be at home and helping your parents as they, transition, and buying a new home, and going getting an education, and making sure your children had daycare. And we said nope, I want to go to hell.
Mm.
Yeah, he was willing to jump in the water, and we got to be willing to do the same. And I think this platform gives you a place in order to say how you feel until he feels that he wants to take away our voice and silence us. Remember, that's what this is all about. This is why we're talking about it. We cannot be silent. Ryan, thank you for speaking up. And Jazzy and Angry Army Vet. And those that are lurking, we're glad that you're here. Please like and subscribe because we're trying to bring you the truth. I just want to bring up what Jazzy said. Harriet Tubman, and the reason why I really want to focus on this real quickly, because was a threatening to shoot runaways, which Andrea just mentioned, who were too scared and wanted to go back. She said, "You'll be free or you will die." Understand that. You only had two options. It's either you're free or you die, because they will beat it out of you for running in the first place. So they will beat you till they kill you. We're not going back to that. We're not. And what a lot of the right is scared of, they think that the left is going to do the same, or those with that type of mindset. No, we're not animals. We
the
just
it, the
are.
trick, August, the trick they're trying to use right now, because they had that white man on Don Lemon, the members only chat yesterday, and trying to say that white people are being discriminated against because he see black people in roles that white people should be holding. Let alone they're so wealthy that they have all the money, never paid us for a thing. They have all the wealth, and they have the prominence. They just don't want to see us with nothing. And if you want to go back to nothing,
And even if we build it for ourselves, if black, brown, people of color, Asians, Even if we build it for ourselves, what they try to do, take it away.
Mm-hmm.
They
They
burn
try
it
to take
down.
it away. They burn
Mm-hmm.
it down because they do not want to see others
Progressive black
elevated.
people or people of color, any color,
And
Asian,
I said
Mexican.
that. I, I said that. They
Yeah.
do not want to see them elevated. Absolutely not.
Yeah. They see equality as oppression.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. Oppression for whom? For themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Like they see us coming up, and for some reason, instead of recognizing that the more people that are making it in society, the better society for everyone, instead of seeing it that way, they fear that they're going to lose out on something because somebody else has something. And that's what I mean when they say, when they see our equality as their oppression.
Mm-hmm. See us as a threat.
I hear you, Katie. White people still don't think they're coming for them. Huh. They better wake up and smell the coffee. His name is Petty
Yeah.
Alex. Her name was Renee Good.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's what I'm saying, Jazzy, is they we just want equality. We are not trying to get back at them for all the hatred that they put on us. But they think once we get to those positions, we are going to turn around and treat them hateful. No, we're not like you. We didn't say the whole we're not like you. We're not like you. We don't have black people are very spiritual. I mean, people of color are very spiritual, and we don't feel the same way about life that you feel. You're not worth the time for us spending trying to be vengeful.
That's it. That's it. Well,
Mm.
we're at 8:15 and I have a special for you tonight. You got double A's on deck, but RM is going to bring you something that you want to stay tuned to. Back over to you, M.
Okay. Well, speaking of culture and silencing culture, this is just a little bit of my culture that I want to share with you guys. And just imagine if we didn't have a world with this in it. Okay. Now I'm talking about Louisiana Creole cuisine. And what August is showing up on the screen right now is shrimp etouffee, at least the prep for shrimp etouffee. And that's in my kitchen, something that I like to cook up. Then you're going to show the finished product, August.
Oh yeah. So that's her prep. So let's go over to what she have next. So that's the prep. Well,
Uh-oh, blank screen.
all right, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Now that's the shrimp etouffee.
Mm. Look
Just
better
one.
than a restaurant.
Hey, thank you.
Mm-hmm. We gonna get on that plane. I ain't going to New York. I'm coming to California.
I could, okay, I could cook that up in New York for you guys. Now, this is something what August is showing on the screen right now is something called the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity of most Creole cooking is bell pepper, onion, and celery, and that is the base of a lot of dishes. That's how a lot of the dishes start in Creole cooking. Um, Hold on, just oh, and that's my gumbo. That's my gumbo. So, so good, that gumbo. And now, and gumbo too is one of those dishes in New Orleans where everybody makes it a little bit different. It took,
Do you use your own roux or do
I
you?
do, I do. I make my own roux. I don't believe in cornstarch or fake
Mm,
thickeners. You
mm,
and the roux, depending on what you're cooking, there are different levels. There's the golden roux, there's the brown roux, and then there's the dark roux. And
mm,
so it all depends on what you're cooking. Like in a lot, like shrimp Creole, you want your roux to be dark, dark brown. to the point you got to keep on stirring it though, because it's almost to the point where it's going to turn and it's going to burn, and then the golden roux is one that's barely cooked. You want to just cook it enough to make sure that you're not tasting the flour.
Mm-hmm.
And then the brown roux is sort of like that medium one. And then again, that's the base for a lot of different dishes. But roux is also good when you're just making gravy.
And
That
the
doesn't.
golden one, what, for example, you could cook chicken with the golden roux.
You would. There's I can't remember the name of the dish now. There are very few recipes that actually use a golden roux. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you're making lima beans, like the big white beans, you
Mm-hmm.
use a golden roux for
Mm-hmm.
that, because you don't want you want the beans to stay white.
Mm.
And that what August is showing right there, that's me stirring up my shrimp creole right there.
Mm.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
looks delicious.
Yeah. And
We're
now,
gonna get the lanyard pictures next time for you. Get a full view.
yeah, that was I was using my phone. That was before I had all my equipment and everything, and I just had my little iPhone. So I'd set it up and I'd look at now.
Mm. There go the picture.
Yeah, what you're seeing on the screen here now, for me, my top left, that's the shrimp creole, and everything is usually served over rice as well. Rice is a staple of Creole cooking. And then down below the shrimp Creole, that's the gumbo. And my gumbo is my grandmother's recipe. Now, that lady died with her recipe and didn't give it to anybody. But I have such fond memories of her gumbo. It took me about 10 tries before I finally made a pot of gumbo. And when I took that first spoonful, I was like, I'm in Mama's kitchen right there. I'm in Mama's kitchen. I got it. Even my mom said, girl, that's some good gumbo.
Mm.
Because
It
my
looks
grandmother
good.
did not, yeah, she did not leave the recipe. And then up to the top right, that's crawfish etouffee.
Mm.
Ooh,
I
yes.
want
And
some of
then,
that.
yeah, and then right below that, that's the jambalaya.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
then,
much drier, right? It's much, is it
yeah,
wet or dry?
yeah, you don't want your jambalaya to ever be soupy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I thought, okay, I sent you the wrong collage. The one on the bottom, that's shrimp creole again, but it was supposed to be my red beans and rice.
Oh, okay.
I sent her the wrong picture. But anyway, just a little bit of the background on Louisiana Creole cuisine. It's a style of cooking originating in Louisiana, United States, which blends West African, French, Spanish, and Native American influences, as well as influences from general cuisine of the southern United States. So it's sort of like a melting pot of all it. A lot of it originated from before the United States purchased Louisiana.
Mm.
And then later on, there were a lot of Afro-Caribbean influences that came over. Like my people are from Haiti. And so
Okay.
there's a lot of French uh, inspiration, so the Haitians came over, the Caribbean people came over, and it was their style of cooking, and it was very affordable, because you're on the Gulf, seafood is plentiful, you go fishing. It's not like it is, you're like, I'm in California right now, and you go to the store and you're trying to buy some seafood and it's really, really expensive.
Yes.
But a lot of this food was considered peasant food, believe it
Mm.
or not, because fishing was abundant. People shrimped, they crabbed, they did all of that. And they were able to put together spectacular meals
So
from all of
I
that.
have a question for you. If
Hmm.
we, like myself, I don't eat pork. So the what is that? Andouille sausage?
And you can use andouille sausage, but you can also just use beef sausage. For
Oh,
those that don't eat pork, you can use beef sausage.
okay.
Yeah.
Any other
And
sausage other than beef?
I don't use pork in
Oh,
any of my recipes. Mm-mm,
oh, okay. Oh, I
no.
can eat at your house. Great.
What
Yes,
about
you
Wait. Somebody asked me today, do you put sugar in all your food?
No,
I
no,
said, I said no.
no.
Oh, Lord.
Hmm.
And if you can find it, August, put up the inspiration behind all this. The lady
Oh,
behind all of this. There she is. That
oh,
is my mama. Now, her name was Elvira, but her nickname was Molly. And when I started my business, I called it Molly's Creole Kitchen.
oh.
And she was my inspiration. So many of my memories as a youngster, I had three cousins that I grew up with, and my mom and my aunt decided that they didn't want strangers watching their kids while they went to work. And so they pooled their money and asked my grandmother to quit her job, and they paid her to watch us. So that was probably the best upbringing that any kid could have. And yes, I did have to walk into the yard a couple of times and pick that switch, but it was all right. It was all right. We walked behind her like four little ducklings, and she'd
Oh.
go to the grocery store and she'd give us each a nickel and we could pick out a piece of candy. It was just a wonderful, wonderful upbringing. And so many of my memories, the fondest memories, are sitting at my grandmother's kitchen table waiting for her to put something delicious in front of me, because she always
Oh.
had a pot of something going.
I
Give
appreciate
us
you
some,
sharing
give us
this.
some of those names of dinner items she put in front of you.
Well, gumbo, she always had a pot of gumbo going.
Mm.
And this was a thing too in New Orleans. It's like you can't go and visit somebody's house and they don't have a pot of something going. And they're going to ask you if you want to eat, and if you tell them no, they're going to sit in front of you anyway
Oh,
and tell you to eat. So bring your appetite when you're visiting relatives in New Orleans, because everybody's got a pot of something. But she would cook gumbo. She would cook red beans and rice. She would
ooh,
cook the jambalaya. She would stuff bell peppers, which is delicious.
what's she stuffing with?
Delicious. She would stuff it with rice and ground beef. Sometimes she put some shrimp in there, but
Ooh,
always start with the Holy Trinity. There's all bell peppers, onions, celery, always in there. The more colorful dishes, you use like a red bell pepper or a yellow bell pepper, just to bring that pop, that little color. But yeah, that was it. And there was bread at every meal, rice, a lot of rice was eaten, and a lot of corn.
mm,
Yeah.
make you want to just get up and slap your mama. Is so good,
And
huh?
she looked happy. She looked happy too.
She
Yeah.
was. She was a happy lady. She had 10 beautiful children,
Mm.
and
Mm.
they all adored her. And this is
Oh.
her holding me.
Oh.
That was the day of my christening.
Oh,
And
looks so
oh
cute.
yeah, oh, there's my mama. Yes, and the bread pudding, ma.
The
I hadn't
bread
gotten to
pudding.
I hadn't gotten to the desserts yet, but yeah,
Oh,
the
okay,
bread
that's
pudding.
mama right there. Okay. Hi,
So
mommy.
Yeah, she snuck in there. Yep, yep.
Hmm.
she says,
Oh,
so
thank you,
proud of you,
Mama.
sweetheart.
Thank you,
Oh,
thank you. I come from
That's a
good
nice
stock.
picture.
yes,
Yeah.
you do. Yes, you do. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you.
So
Well, let me put some of the comments up while you're talking. Go ahead.
yeah, and I'm just saying, it's just like they're trying to erase all this culture,
That's
right?
right.
These are people and civilizations and cultures that existed before them pasty ass pilgrims came over here, and they want to decide that they want to erase all this.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Europeans. Hmm.
Don't nobody want all that boiled chicken and potatoes?
We're a country of immigrants,
We
and
are.
and so
We
and don't
are.
be ashamed of it. And this land belongs to Hispanics, Native Americans, and us.
Yes.
So
Yes.
please make sure you come back next week because she'll be sharing the sweeter side of Louisiana and also
Yes.
Creole.
Yes. Get you guys
Absolutely.
going and get some pictures of some good desserts and all that. And my mama taught me how to cook. She started teaching me how to cook when I was 8 years old. So,
Oh,
yep.
that is
Oh,
so positive. I'm so glad that she's here to share and watch and listen, and you making her proud. Thank you,
mhm.
Yeah.
Mom, for joining us. But please, everyone, like and subscribe so we can definitely move this channel forward.
Yep.
Next week, hopefully, that Momo will come back and share the dessert side of her Creole past. We're just
Mm.
going to put up Mama one more time because she was
Yeah.
definitely doing her thing. I
Mhm.
can't wait for the sweets. What do you say?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yes,
indeed. A beautiful
indeed.
lady.
And,
Absolutely.
and like Jesse Jackson would say, keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Yes, indeed.
Keep
Yes,
hope
indeed.
alive. We're gonna get through this together. Uh, One person can make a difference. And if you don't believe it, yeah, if you give up, we can't. But one person can make a difference.
Yes. Yes.
And
Courage,
remember,
courage is contagious.
yes, it is. Go ahead, Momo. Keep your sound off.
No, that's just what I was going to say. Courage is contagious. Do not let them make you back down. Right now, our voice is our power. And in November, our vote is going to be our power. Do not let them take that away from you.
And if you could
Exactly.
put up Katie's comment again, that was a good one. It
Absolutely.
says, we need stuff like this besides all the crazy. I love hearing about people's families and traditions.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to take away. And that's what Monique said. We're not gonna let them take this away from us.
We
No.
I
won't.
think that's what makes this country so great is, I can have some black eyed peas and cornbread, and I can have some shrimp etouffee, or I could have some Jamaican jerk chicken,
Yep.
And I
and,
could go across the water to Asia and have
and,
anything from
and so
fried
Yep.
rice to
and fried
championat,
rice.
lo mein, and
Mm,
also chop suey. So
mm.
Makes
it's
it all
all
good.
that's what, and we could go down to Mexico and definitely have tortillas. We can have, come on, let's name some of the good
Oh, they
things.
like lobster. What I didn't know when I went to Rosarita Beach, and we went to the restaurant, and there they only serve lobster, tortilla, fresh homemade tortillas, and pinto beans, and that was the whole menu,
Oh,
Wow,
and it
wow.
was delicious.
I bet it
I,
was.
And
I,
if you can get drinks though, they're gonna have you some drinks. And when you bought the drinks, you bought the glass. So every drink you had a glass.
in Mexico, their desserts are tres leches is one of them, or they always have pan mantequilla, which is bread and butter, but their bread is totally different. You could go to
Yeah.
the Cuba side of it, and you have arroz con pollo, which is chicken and rice. So there is so much that we do not want to be silent about. I want to make sure each and every time the triple A's with M come to the stage, we are bringing you a different tradition and also talking about culture. We really appreciate you guys being with us. I hope you learned something. And again, we send our love over to Jesse Jackson's family that he
Yes.
will be missed. But guess what? His legacy will go on because he definitely made sure he engraved the Color Coalition out there. So we really appreciate him. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We are at the bottom of the hour. Time now in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time is 8:28. We are just so happy to have you. Please like and subscribe. Remember to stop by. Tomorrow
Mhm.
is our normal with the rest of the gang, and Friday is Voices from the Edge. So We the People is tomorrow. Don't forget Katie. She has her corner that's coming up on Thursdays and
Mhm.
also on Mondays, the Millennial Gaze. So you can never feel lonely. You can never feel like you're not there because every day you have something, and now you have the triple A's plus M, because M is going to bring us the food side of things. So stay tuned. And thank you for joining. We're just going to sign off with all our friends. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, you learned something. And we love you, love you, love you, especially to all my reporters out there. Report back. Let us know if you want to hear something we're not touching on and you want more from us.
Or if you want to be a special guest, we need your email.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
do. Put it in the chat if you can, or we will definitely give you some place to put it. We the people unite. Send it over to there, and we will definitely pick it up. We would love to have you. Hint, hint, Jazzy, Army Brat. Uh, me too. We definitely want you on the
Even
show.
mom.
And
Mm-hmm.
also Mom, Miss
Mhm.
Johnson.
Yeah. Now that would be a good show.
Yeah, you
Yes,
Me,
hear
it
me,
that?
will.
me and her talking, maybe whipping up a good recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll
Yeah.
work.
See?
So get on it. Get on it. Thank you,
Yes.
everybody, for joining. We really appreciate you. And hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank
See
you.
you
Yes.
Say bye,
tomorrow.
everyone.
See you later. See you later.
Stay safe.
We the people unite.